I'm Dr. ZaLonya Allen, President and CEO of the National Entrepreneurs Association. And today I'm here with the audience vote winner of the 2021 National Virtual Pitch Competition, Candice Smith. How are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you so much, Dr. Allen.
Thank you for joining me and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, how does it feel to be the winner?
Honestly, I was so surprised. I did work really hard, but I just felt like all of the contestants did a wonderful job. Everyone was just absolutely amazing. So I'm honored to have won the audience vote.
Yes. Well, before we get into the actual pitch competition, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. So my name is Candice Smith. I go by the stage name of Pretty Stringz. I am a professional violinist. I provide unique entertainment on the electric violin. So I play all genres of music. I travel the world. And with playing the violin, it's more than just music notes, but I also inspire people to go for their dreams, that they can literally accomplish anything that they put their minds to.
Absolutely. Music itself is very inspirational. Tell us about some of your more exciting performances.
Yes, so I had a performance where I opened up for Rick Ross in college. That was really fun.
Wow.
I've opened up for Marvin Sapp. I've opened up for Vicki Winans. I've played on beaches. I've opened up concerts. It's just a lot of fun. I have so many great performances and experiences.
Well, that sounds pretty cool, playing on a beach.
Oh, and this on New Year's Day, I opened up for I played for the halftime show for the Detroit Pistons, and that was really fun as well.
Amazing. So, what made you start your business?
Honestly, it's so funny because this is a great question. I started when I first started, I wasn't really a huge fan of violin. But as I realized that I was actually good at it, I started to pursue it. And I wanted to start a business to kind of branch off from classical music. Violinists are normally known for playing classical music. But I wanted to start a business where I could be myself and I could play music that I listen to every day. So that's not to say that there's anything wrong with classical music. I still play it. But I wanted to start a business where I could provide a service where I was playing pop music, R&B, just the hottest songs that are just contemporary music in general.
Absolutely. And I've heard you play, and you do play a lot of modern songs that we hear on the radio right now. So
Yeah.
it's really different, and I love it. So, what is your vision for your business? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I see myself traveling the world and continuing to inspire people on all levels. So, internationally, going to schools, having concerts where I can inspire people. And one of the reasons that I entered this pitch competition is to have the Pretty Stringz live experience. So, I like to start that in Detroit and eventually have that all around the country.
Okay, and that was my next question for you. Why did you enter the pitch competition and how did you hear about it?
So I am a part of the National Entrepreneurs Association, and I actually sit on the board for young entrepreneurs. And I just thought it would be a great opportunity to enlighten people about music. I think people enjoy music, but I don't know that they know the benefits that come with music. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to enlighten them, to speak about what I'm passionate about, and to also win prizes to speak about what I'm passionate about. I think that's great. So yeah.
Absolutely. So tell us how you prepared. Did you have to practice a lot or did you just kind of speak off the top of your head?
I just wanted to make sure that my presentation was as genuine as possible. I didn't want anything to be staged. I wanted to make sure that everything was sincerely coming from my heart. So what I did was I asked myself some of the general questions. I wrote my answers down on paper and I kind of played with it. I practiced speaking in the mirror. I practiced speaking in front of friends. And yeah, I would say that's how I pretty much prepared. I did research to back my statements and everything.
Okay, and you did an outstanding job, obviously, because you won. But what advice would you give to others considering entering pitch contests?
I would say study. I would say have fun. I think that's the most important thing. If you're not having fun, then honestly, why do it? So you want to make sure that you're having fun. You don't want it to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. Like, I would say put in work, like, definitely put in your best effort, but also have fun while doing it, and if you're having fun, then the people that are listening to you in the audience, they're going to feed off of your energy. So when you are having fun, then that energy is returned from them.
That is so true. People pick up on your energy.
Yes.
So, what would you say was your favorite part of the whole process?
Wow. Wow, that's a great question. I would say listening to everyone's pitch. I think, like I said before, I think everyone did an amazing job and it was just interesting. Honestly, I think a lot of us could work together after listening to what all of our specialties are. I think that we could honestly work together. So it was great just hearing everyone else's pitches and what they're actually pursuing.
Great. And I hear that a lot from contestants that one of their favorite parts of being involved in the pitch is what they learn from
Right.
listening to others, because all of the pitchers were amazing. And
Yes.
I think just from listening to them, you may think, wow, I need to tighten up on my financials, or I like what they're doing with their marketing. I think I'm going to try that. My question is, what are your plans for the prize package?
So I'm going to have a Pretty Strings live experience concert this summer, and NEA and Dell Technologies will be on the sponsor list. So that will go out. That'll be all over the news. So I'm really excited to include NEA and Dell Technologies. And yeah, so I'm going to have the Pretty Strings live experience. And then I'm excited for the Dell computer because we all know that Dell computers are amazing. You always speak so highly of them. So I'm so excited to finally have one. And now I can do all of the work for the concert and everything leading up to that on the laptop. So I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, I'm excited to be joining NEA for another year. So I'm excited for that. I love everything about it, the coaching, the monthly meetings that we have, just everything, our events. So I'm also excited to be joining for another year.
Okay, wonderful. And I also wanted to make sure I asked you about your work with children. Now, I know you're really passionate about teaching music to children. Tell us about that work and why that's so important to you.
It's so important I always told myself that I want to be what I needed when I was younger and what I actually received from adults when I was younger. So I like to inspire students. Like I said before, my performances are not just about music, but it's like inspiring people to go out and chase their dreams, whether they want to pursue music or not. And I've had a lot of students go on to sit first chair, which means they're number one out of everyone in the country for camps. I've had students do that. I've had students travel internationally. I have students that are now freshmen in college that have received scholarships. And I have students that have suffered and have just gone through very difficult circumstances, and I just like the fact that I can use music to inspire them to keep going.
Incredible. So, I am a big fan of music myself. I come from a musical family. And I don't know if everyone's aware, but music stimulates the right side of your brain.
Right.
And we're really left brain-oriented. So the first thing it seems like they do is take musical programs out of schools. And so it gives students an opportunity to have that balance and to develop their entire brain, which allows them to become better decision makers as
Right.
adults. So music is really important. So any final words for our audience, for our sponsors before we wrap up here?
Yes, I wanted to touch on what you said. Aside from music being important, like educationally, it also helps to reduce stress, and it also helps with positive mental health. And like I said before, I don't think people really realize, like, oh, if I go to a concert, it's going to help reduce my stress. I think we're just excited to go. We don't really think about that. But I just wanted to mention that as well. Like, there are just so many positive effects. You mentioned many of them, and there are just so many. So I'm glad that I was able to share that. Thank you, NEA. Thank you, Dell Technologies. Thank you, audience, for voting for me. I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you all enjoyed my presentation.
Absolutely. Thank you, Candice Pretty Stringz Smith. I'm really excited about your win and seeing the growth that you're having. And I just expect really big things from you in the future. And I'm sure one day I'm going to be reading about you in newspapers and magazines. And I'm going to say, I knew her when she started.
Yes, and I can't wait to give you a front row ticket to a concert.
Oh, thank you. That's going to be awesome. All right. So thanks everyone for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you.